Hello and welcome. I'm gonna make some spaghetti bolognese Irish style. Okay, we're gonna have some mince. Mince. What else? We're gonna have half an onion. Half an onion. Let's have a look what's up here. Can't have spaghetti bolognese without spaghetti. Spaghetti. We're gonna have some diced canned tomatoes. Oh, better not show the label. And we're going to have some champignon mushrooms with pieces and stems. Okay, the first thing that we are going to do is we're gonna put the spaghetti on to cook. Okay, so we're just going to boil some water. Excuse the mess of the kitchen. We're going to boil some water and then we're going to put the spaghetti in the boil. So I'm just going to break up the spaghetti. I think it cooks faster when you break it. So just take a good amount, careful, and just break it. Break it in half. Just put it in like that. Put that right on there. A little bit more maybe. So while we're waiting for the kettle to boil and to put on the spaghetti, I'm just going to chop the onion. Okay, so first just take it out of this plastic. Get a chopping knife. Yeah, this is out. I'm just going to take off the outer skin. Just peel it away. Okay, I'm just going to put this under the tap to wash it. Just make sure that it's clean. And now I'm ready to chop it. So just chop it anyway at all, just like this. It doesn't really matter. You can chop it thinly or you can chop it in chunks. So I'm going to use this small pan to make the sauce. I'm going to use a larger pan then just to fry the minced meat. So I'm going to clean this and then I'm going to put some olive oil in it. And put it on the heat for just let the oil heat up for a little bit and before adding the onion. So just some olive oil. Just that should be enough. Okay, about I don't know, tablespoon, half tablespoon. And just mix it up and leave it there for about a minute. Okay, so I've just drained the water or the kind of broth that the mushrooms were kept in, and I'm just gonna add these with the mushrooms and cook them on the pan. Okay, so I just need a fork. I'm just gonna put them on here. That. Okay. I'm going to add the onions on top. Yeah, so just add the onions as well. There we go. I'm just skipping a little bit. Okay, the kettle's boiling. Yeah, the kettle's boiled, so I'm just going to put in on the spaghetti now. So just put the spaghetti on, and what I do is I like to add a little salt because I think it helps the water boil quicker. Okay, so now I'm just going to put on the mince. So what I'm going to do is I just turn this on to a medium heat, with about 4 on a 7 scale. Add some olive oil again. Olive oil is good, vegetable oil is okay, but olive oil is better, it's healthier, and because this dish requires quite a bit of oil, Yeah, I definitely would go for olive oil. And yeah. So we just swirl that around and try to get it evenly over, right? And then we take the mince, nice mince, good quality mince, fresh mince. I don't like to use frozen mince. I think it's not, it just doesn't taste right in Bolognese. So good fresh mince from your butcher or supermarket. That's good. Okay, so that's... Okay, so as you can see, these are cooking nicely, and the onion is browning nicely, and the mushrooms getting nice and crispy. You don't want to let them get too crispy, so just shake them around like that to even up the cooking a bit. But they're nearly done now, and the sauce is nearly ready to go in. So I'm just going to add the mince now to the pan, and what I do is just add it just like that. Grab it there. Straight onto the pan. Now, ideally, this pan should be, as soon as the mince hits the pan, it should sizzle. This hasn't heated up enough yet, but that's no problem. Okay, we're ready to make the sauce now for the Bolognese. So I'm just going to use one sachet of, luckily we just have one left, but I'm going to use one sachet of tomato paste, or tomato puree. You can get this in these packets, which I prefer, or you can get them in little tubes, or in a can. But because of these sachet size, it's perfect because it's 2 tablespoons, and that's exactly more or less what you need for Bolognese. So what I do is I'm just going to add this to the mushrooms and the onions. Just get a knife. Scissors, perfect. So just add it there. Just like that. So I'm just gonna just stir in the puree until all the mushrooms and the onions are covered. And that smells good. Very good. Now it does need some seasoning, so I just use salt and pepper. Well, more salt than pepper, but not too much. So I'm just gonna add the tomatoes. So get the lid open. Yeah. Add all the tomatoes like that. Okay. Now I don't think it matters what brand of canned tomatoes you use. I think they're all the same. So the cheapest brand is good enough for me, and it makes absolutely delicious Bolognese. So you just stir that in along with the tomato. Now I've just moved the mince to the back because it's hotter and it's now cooking more quickly. While it's cooking, while it's sizzling, it's good just to keep breaking it up, because the smaller the pieces, the quicker it cooks, and yeah, it's easier to eat, really. So now, as you can see, that the mince is all brown throughout. There's no red bits left, not really. Well, not at all, sorry. You want to make sure that there is none left, because I guess it would be like eating raw meat, so you don't want to do that. So the next thing I do is I'm going to add the sauce to the mince and let it cook just a bit more with the sauce on top. So just directly transpose it, I guess. Transfer it, sorry, onto the mince. So just gonna have a quick taste of the sauce. Okay. It's good, very good.